After installation of PyRevit, you will have a new tab in your Revit that's called PyRevit. When you go to the PyRevit tab, you will see many tools that we are not going to cover all of them in this video. We will focus on Make Pattern tool that is located here, that will allow us to create any kind of hatch on Revit. Okay, the first step to create a hatch in Revit with help of PyRevit, it's to create a detail view on Revit. To do that, you need to go to the View tab, and after that, create on Drafting View and create a new drafting view. Let me call it, for example, Custom Hatch. And after that, click on OK. This skill is not really important here, so just click on OK. When you go to the detail view, you need to create your pattern. In this situation, you have two kind of patterns. The first one is continuous patterns, like brick pattern or any kind of patterns that when they repeat side of each other, they will complete each other. But the second kind of patterns are tiles. For example, you have a tile, for example, Islamic tile, or any kind of tiles that it needs to be exactly like tiles. And when you repeat them beside of each other, it doesn't complete each other. It just repeat the tile. Let me create a brick pattern with this method, and after that we will create a tile too. Okay, let me create a pattern. To do that, you need to draw your lines with detail lines. To do that, you need to go to the Annotate tab, and after that, you need to use Detail Line tool. Click on Detail Line and create your pattern. First of all, it is better to create a region for your pattern. Let me create a region for my brickwork. For example, we seem our brickworks maybe 20 centimeters length, for example 200, but because we want this pattern to be repeated after each other, we need some tricks here. Let me create a maybe about about 60% of the length here. About let me calculate this. 22 divide to 3. It is about 733. Okay, let me do it here for 140. And after that, I will create another line about 7.33. But let me adjust it to and convert it to millimeter. Okay, it is true now. Okay, this is my base. And for the height, we are going to create two bricks at the top of each other. So we need 20 centimeters height. Okay, let me put it here. And when they are two, so it is 400 millimeter. Okay, it is 400 millimeter here. And let me, sorry, I had a mistake. The height of each brick is 100 millimeters. So when they are two, it is 200 millimeter. Let me draw it. Input 200 millimeter here. Bring your line here and close this region. Create a line from the middle of the height, and also create a line from here, and let me mirror it here. Select this, use mirror pickaxes, check copy, and mirror it here, and mirror it again from draw axis Do not check copy and mirror it from this axis. Okay, this is the shape of our brick. Then when we repeat this beside of each other, it will complete our patterns. But you need to pay attention when you are selecting your lines. For example, to do the brick pattern, we need to select this, select this, select this, select this, and select this. We do not need to select these two, because when this part repeat after this part, it will create a whole brick. So we do not need to do we do not need these two. Okay, after you select your lines, go to the PyRevit tab and click on make pattern. You need to set a name for that. For example, brick custom. And after that, you need to define the type of detail. If it's going to be if it's going to use in elevations and 3D, you need model pattern, because it doesn't change when the scale changes. But it is, if it is going to use in sections or some views that are going to change with scales, you need to create it in detail patterns. Okay, let me choose model pattern, and after that you can use some options here, but the important one is to use highest resolution, that it will give you the best results. Okay, and after that you have two options to create a pattern in Revit file, and also you can export the PAT file for other softwares, for example like AutoCAD and other kind of softwares that support PAT files. Okay, let me click on create pattern, and then the last step is to give the origins to PyRevit. The first origins, you need to select left and bottom of the patterns here, and the second origin you need to give PyRevit is right and above your pattern, for example here. Okay, now your patterns have created. Let me check it in one basic wall. Let's go to the edit type and edit the structure, and for this material let us assign our custom patterns. Okay, let me create a new one. Let me rename it brick 1. We do not need any appearance, we are just going to change the surface pattern. Let me go to the surface pattern, and in model pattern categories you will find brick custom. This is the pattern that we created some minutes ago. So select it and click on OK, and also let me change the color to the black. Let me change the color to black and click on OK and OK. Let me create a wall here. It doesn't matter how long is it or other kind of properties. Just let us go to the 3D view, and this is our pattern that you can see it has made very well and can serve you very well in your projects. Okay, let us create the second pattern, that tile patterns. Okay, let me delete it. It doesn't we don't need to this anymore because our pattern has created. Okay, let us go to the annotate tab and detail line again. Let me create our pattern region. Our tiles are going to be about 20 centimeter in 20 centimeters. So let me create a rectangle here and adjust the lines 200 millimeter and 200 millimeter here. It's going to be a tile. So let us create a tile. The shape isn't really matter here because I am going to create it now, and I don't have any plan for that. But you can use your imagination or use your references in construction to create the exact pattern for your material. For example, let me create some temporary lines here, and let me create a hatch for that. It is a custom hatch that I'm creating that right now. Let me choose detail line again from here to here. Let us play with geometry a little bit. Okay. From here to here, from here to here. Okay, it is our tile, and also we can click this. This is our tile. I'm going to create this tile for my project. To do that, you need to select all of the lines this time because it is a tile. I'll go to the PyRevit tab and click on Make Pattern, and let us assign a name to it. For example, tile 1. I'm going to create this tile in model pattern 2 because model patterns let us to create exact patterns. Use highest resolution and create pattern. Let me assign the origins. First one is left and bottom, and the second one is top and right. Okay, our pattern has created here. Let me assign it to our wall. Edit type, edit the structure. Let me adjust this layer, and let me change this tile to our tile 1. This is our tile that we have created some seconds ago. Okay, select this and click on OK, click on OK and OK. Let us go to the 3D view and check our tile. You can see your tiles here, and it is very good. And maybe in the first thought you have think or thought this is impossible to create this kind of hatches in Revit without any coding. But shout out to Ehsan Iran Nejad for creating this great tool in PyRevit plugin.